on TV, please watch, like, and as I always say, please share. Here we are with Gaffer Aidy Costello following today's 0-0 draw at home to Consett. Aidy, I'll come straight to you. Analyse that for us. How do you think the game went, pal?
When we were driving up here, me and Ron, I actually said, you know, if we get a draw today, I'll be happy, because we've set ourselves a point total in the last 15 games. We've got a points total which we believe will actually keep us in this league, and that's another point. So we would have taken a point at the start. I think as the game progressed, I think we're more disappointed we didn't win, to be honest, because I think, you know, when they'd had a player sent off, the goalkeeper, and they had to put their midfielder in goal, I think, you know, it was there. The 3 points were there for the taking. But, you know, a lot of people are upset with they've slowed the game down, wasted time, etc., etc. That's football, mate.
Gamesmanship.
Yeah, of course it is. We did exactly the same when we went to their ground. You know, we were 3-1 up and thought, wait, it's time for a bit. So you know, that's football. You make your chances when the ball's in play, and you know.
And you did have chances as well, though, Eddie. Did have chances.
Yeah, we did, and you know, it's hard. It's hard to stand here at the moment, because I think at the start I would have said, yes, give me a point and I'll be happy. With 20 minutes to go, I'm thinking there's only one team in this, and to be fair, I don't think Itchy had a proper save to make all game. I don't think.
I don't think he did.
You know, and I don't think they had that many corners. I think, you know, we were totally dominant. Fair play to them. They defended resolutely with 10 players. That's, you know, they sat on their 18-yard box and defended. That, to be fair, what we'd have probably done. So, you know, that's football, mate. So, yeah, boys are a little bit disappointed they didn't get 3 points.
But remember that driving then, I think you've got to remember that Consett, any team from the North East would know they're very good, they're good teams. So like I said, I know like what you've said is how the game went, you wanted the 3, but it's on your drive in.
And in 10 games time you might be sat there thinking, God, thank God we drew with Consett. You know, that points kept us in the league. You know, so, you know, what, 31 points now, well, I think it is 31 points, so, you know, we get a few more points and I think we'll be pretty safe.
Just to talk about it, obviously you changed your team literally 10 minutes before kick-off today. What was that? What was all that about?
Well, obviously Jack, in the warm-up, Jack, we knew before the game started that Jack pulled his back a little bit, tweaked his back on Wednesday night, and he said he'd give it a go, we'll see how we go, and you know, he did, and he came up and he said, no.
This ain't right.
It ain't right. He said, I need to be mobile. And I think he was happy to play. I didn't want to carry a centre half position when I've got Ben Lewis sat on the bench.
Yeah.
So, you know, and Ben was superb.
I was going to say, that was going to be my next question as well, is I thought Williamson and Ben today.
Great today.
Yeah, fantastic.
Absolutely superb today. And, you know, and I think, you know, sometimes, again, when players get sent off, we should dominate the midfield, and we should be playing through the midfield, and what we tend to do is pull our feet and start to hit longer balls because we think that we need to go and score. Well, we don't need to score now. We just need to score, you know. So you know, fair play. Hey mate, it is what it is. At the start of the game, I'd have taken a point.
Yeah, of course.
Good side concept.
Like I said, I thought, like I say, 2 centre backs thought there was quality today. I think sometimes you talk about the sexiness of the wingers or the person who scores the goals, and they normally get. But I thought today, I just wanted to mention Ben and Williamson, because I just thought, you know what, if you're solid at the back, then good things might happen ahead of you.
And to be fair, I'm trying to think. I don't think they had a clear-cut chance. I don't. You know,
your team was on point today, defensively sound, and you did have. I think there was a side netting shot. You know, from my angle, where you see the net ripple, I was dancing in my seat. And then there was another one where he pushed the keeper, the ball went over the line, and he pointed to the halfway line and blew his whistle.
I know.
I'm dancing, and it's like, oh no, it's a free kick.
Yeah, because we didn't know, has he given the goal or has he? You know, so hey, mate, it was. The boys are disappointed they didn't win. Fair play to them. They'll get over it. You know, we go again for next week. You know, and as I said at the start today, you know, well done away at Carlton, well done in midweek. It's all gone now. This is the game now, and then on next Saturday it's, you know, 2 clean sheets in a row, you know, unbeaten in 3. A different game now.
But I think that's the big thing as well. You know, when you talk about just balancing, steadying the ship. 2 wins and a draw in 8 days. You've got to be sat there as Gaffer thinking, hey, we're steadying the ship, it's how we move forward now into this 14 games left, is it?
No, I think about 12 games left. No, 11 games left. But again, 1 loss in 5. And that was a narrow 2-1. You know, 1 loss in 5 okay, we've won 1, won 2, drawn 2, but you know, the boys should be proud of what they've achieved in the last 5 games. You know, I'm pleased with what they've done. You know, I hope that, you know, the fans that watch week in, week out, I hope they're pleased with what the boys done, because, you know, I am.
Well, today I was expecting a bloody hard game, and like you say, when you think Hitchin have not to do, we defended amazingly and we had chances to win it. That is a good day at the office against Consett, mate.
It is. It is against Consett. You know, we wouldn't want to be doing that against, I don't know, Taddy or something. You've got to be winning those games. You know, like we did at Carlton. They are must-win games. You know, when we're talking about these point total, I've said myself that we must achieve. That's one of them. We've got to go out and win. But you've taken a bit of pressure off yourself today by taking a point off Consett. You know,
and obviously as we move forward now with no game midweek, which is quite nice. So for you,
training.
So for you, Tuesday, Thursday down at the training fields.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is it the same how it used to be, where your Tuesday one's more I don't know, drills and that, and then your Thursday one's getting ready for the team on Saturday? Or
well, it's down to space, and on Tuesday we have more space now. We have half a pitch on Tuesday,
right.
So we can do more on a Tuesday than we can on a Thursday. But what we try and do is whatever we do on Tuesday, we try to replicate in a smaller area, because we've only got a third of a pitch on a Thursday, into a smaller area, and so that we get that mindset. And although we say to them, I know it's only a third of a pitch, and you know,
get you doing things nice and tight.
Yeah, but do it right. When you're playing on a pitch this size, it's easier, you know.
So next Saturday, I'm trying to think. One sec. So next Saturday,
Brighouse away.
Yeah.
Brighouse away. I'm looking at Ben as well, our secretary. Brighouse away.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about one then?
Do you
Going
know,
as favourites, going as an underdog.
I think we're going in as an underdog at Brighouse, and we, you know, league position, and you know, I think a lot of teams playing at home think that, you know, when they're talking about point totals, go, well, there's 3, we're playing Brid. You know, so
do you think that's how we get seen?
I do think that you know, teams when they're at home, I think look that they should be beating us.
Yeah.
But when they come away, I think a lot of teams. I mean, you saw today they celebrated when they got a point. You know, a lot of teams come here and celebrate a draw, you know, or are happy with a draw. But yeah, I think we'll start as underdogs. I'm happy starting as an underdog.
I like being an underdog sometimes. I like being an underdog.
I think it'll be good.
And obviously, talk about your team. Obviously, I saw him off and coming off. I thought it was more the yellow card than, let's say, injury maybe, because we didn't want to go man down.
Well, we wanted to just change it up a little bit and get some. You know, Andy did a great job. Andy always does a great job.
He wears out on sleep.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he wears out on sleep.
But you know, he's got a yellow card. He's tiring a little bit. You don't want him to get a second yellow card. You don't want the referee to having to make a decision of equaling it up here and let's have 10v10.
Mm-hmm.
What we wanted to do is get Jake on with a bit of energy as well, and then we brought Nick Hutton on to actually, not Nick Hutton, Mac. Yeah, brought Martindale on first, then brought Mac on to actually give us 2 10s in behind Denny. So we've got 2 advanced midfielders and just leave Griff holding, and then it was
George first, George second,
yeah.
Then Mac.
I brought George on as well to, you know, just Ali did tremendously well for a bloke who's got a knee injury, you know, so you can see how strapped up Ali is. So
well, again, that was going to be my next question, Eddie. How was your changing room? Are we walking running? Because that was quite a physical game as well. I thought they left a little bit in the tack, not in a bad way.
No.
As football comes. So how is your changing room? Are we
absolutely fine.
No,
I mean, absolutely fine. We'll rest Jack Wallace this week. With you know, see how he is for Saturday. Backs aren't the greatest thing, because a lot of the time nobody can actually put your finger on it.
Just needs to heal.
So he'll rest this week, and it'll be light on Tuesday, I think, because like you say, that I think that it's been a big physical game.
It was. And you know what though, we won't bully.
No.
I love that when your team can stand there and give it, in the fairness of the game, give it as much as they get it.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I think it's been a great 8 days for the club at Aidy.
I do.
And I think we look forward to Brighouse. We actually look forward to it. So you can see the ship is a little bit steady at the moment. It's nice.
I think the boys are looking forward to it as well. I think that they actually believe now that whoever they play, they can give them a game.
Yeah.
You know, whoever they played Worksop. The only team to take 4 points off them. They're the team. They believe they can. If they can do that, they can play anybody, and they believe it. And if they believe it, of course we believe it. So, you know, whoever we play, we'll give them a game.
And I suppose we believe when you see good performances,
and that is truly it. You know, when I've walked into the dressing room again, and their heads are down because they are disappointed they didn't win. Same as Ossett, they're disappointed they didn't get something out of that game. But that's great. That's great because they're not laughing and joking. Oh, hey, we got 0-0. They're actually disappointed. And when you've got a team that actually know they can be better or can take their chances and score goals, mate, I'm so pleased with them boys down there. I really am.
Well, let's see. Obviously, we're going to do our last interview of the season. Let's see if we get to your points total. And I think it'll be a great achievement if you do, mate.
I think it will.
I hope so. I hope so.
Thanks, mate.
Aidy, always a pleasure.
Yeah.
We'll see you next Saturday. If it's not me, obviously it'll be our young Ben. And what I would say is, please watch, like, subscribe. You know something? The next home game, 2 weeks today. I always talk about watching live football. Queensgate's a bloody good place to go and watch your football.
Definitely.
So let's see you down in 2 weeks' time and start backing this team as I'll be let's see how high we can finish.
Stockton.
Stockton, yeah. Gosh, it gets hard. Anyway, Bridgetown TV out.